Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Azuka here, bringing to another video for Conqueror's Play published by Porus Interactive. This is the update log for November 21. So, we have the regular maintenance for APAC happening on November 21 at 1400 to 1700 UTC plus 8. For EU and the Americas, we have November 21 at 7 to 10 UTC plus 1. So, just regular time. The maintenance is expected to last 3 hours. After the maintenance, we will distribute 8,000 run coin, 300 honor, and 15 unit medals as compensation. So, we have a new doctrine. It's a new crossbow. It's a new crossbow doctrine. Now, this one is a bit concerning. Again, this could be extraordinarily powerful on some units and extraordinarily weak on other units. Or it could just be, on average, very strong. The reason I say this is because there are implications that could happen, but might not. So, the simple and the gist of it is the new doctrine. Epic Impale Doctrine. Quality Epic. Applicable units are the Pavis Crossbowman, Demez Obelisk, Demez Crossbowman, and the Feathered Crossbowman. And the effect is enables the crossbow bolt unit to penetrate one additional target when attacking. Now, there are two implications here. This is a passive. That means that they hit an extra unit regardless. Sorry, at all times. Number two, this could be an active ability, which means that there's a duration, there's a thing. I'm going with passive. The problem comes with the fact that it's actually really, really strong. But the implication is that Pavi's Crossbowman and Demez Obelisk already have penetrating bonuses and penalties, do mind. So, units that don't have these penalties will 100% receive the effect of the +1, but those that do might not get as strong of an effect as we see it. This could be because the extra bolt or the extra penetration is suffering from those penalties. Now, I'm not sure how they're going to do this. It could be +1, everyone gets the bonus. Be very strong, meaning that every single one of them is going to hit an additional target for 100% damage. This is how I think this doctrine should work if it's going to work on everyone consistently. If they do it badly and just increase the target limit on each of these units without considering the penetrating bolt trait on two of them, Demez Crossbowmen and Feathered Crossbowmen are going to be super strong. Like stupid strong. Because they're doubling the damage output by 2. And because it's a passive, I think it's also going to affect the Feathered Crossbowman combat adaptability ability, which is really strong, by the way. Feather Crossbowman is one of the strongest crossbow units because it doesn't have to suffer from the it doesn't have to suffer it doesn't suffer from like the stupid holding back from the double shot thing. Also, Demez Obelisk and Demez Crossbowmen also have problems where if they're put on the Chevalier's retinue, they just go out of control. That being said, people are gonna have to figure out what the hell is happening, and I might try myself. If I do figure anything out, maybe I'll make a video about it and attach it to this one. But regardless, keep your eye out. People are definitely going to bring out the crossbow units just to see how this extra +1, this crossbow unit to penetrate one additional target when attacking is going to affect the crossbow units, and it could be doubling the damage, or it could be slight increase. So I'm gonna have to see where we end up. And of course, This so the time limited Doctrine pool is called Raise Ancient Battlefield is available. The epic quality Doctrines for crossbow units is easier to discover. So goes from the 21st of the 11th after maintenance to the 11th of the 11th before maintenance. Sorry, the 12th of the 12th. That is 4 weeks. 4 weeks, 4 weeks. 3 weeks, sorry. That is 3 weeks. Interesting. Anyway, continuing on, we have the Conqueror's Blade and the Sabaton Collaboration. So if you did watch last Friday's stream, we should have known that Sabaton is working with Conqueror's Blade to create this nice event. So it comes with attires and unique voice lines from those attires. The Sabaton Collaboration event has arrived with a bang. Enjoy the battlefield and music in perfect harmony. Join us for intense battles and let rock. Event Pass is unlocked level 20. Earn event points and claim basic rewards by completing active quests or purchasing them on the event page. Unlock deluxe rewards by purchasing the collaboration hero attire, Sabaton Legend, Sabaton Metal Legend, or the Sabaton Collaboration bundle. Quest completion time goes from 21st of the 11th after maintenance to the 5th of the 12 before maintenance. So we have 2 weeks for this. Event page duration time. So this is just the extra 7 days for collecting the rewards. So it goes to the 12th of the 12th. Sabaton Collaboration Bundle is now available. The Sabaton Collaboration Bundles which includes collaboration attires, special emotes, and avatars, now on sale. Bundles include collaboration hero attire, Sabaton Metal Legend with special voice lines, collaboration weapon attire, Sabaton Rock Crusher with unique sound effects, special emote Rock and Roll with exclusive interaction with other players, collaboration avatar, the voice of Sabaton, one male and one female version. As we can see here, one male and one female version. I think the face here looks kind of menacing, but it's better than just like the stone face of the second one. And this is the Rock Crusher, the Sabaton Rock Crusher. So it's a mole skin, from what we understand. Direct sales of Sabaton Collaboration attire. The Sabaton Collaboration Hero attire, Sabaton Metal Legend, is now available in the store. The collaboration weapon attire, Sabaton Rock Crusher, will be added later. Sale information. The Sabaton Metal Legend sale period is permanently available starting from the 11th, the 21st of the 11th after maintenance, and the Sabaton Rock Crusher sale period permanently available starting from the 12th of the 12th after maintenance. Interesting. And now some changes. These have come through from the PTR. So we have hero imbalance adjustments for the Jewel Blade. Interestingly enough, one of them was deleted. The stealth duration after using Great Thunderbolt and Bow Shuriken has been increased from 1.3 seconds to 1.7 seconds. Now, on the PTR, we did actually have the Jewel Blade allowing to run and jump. So, to sprint and jump while being stealth. Now, I can understand why they removed it, but I don't understand why at the same time, I don't understand. The implication is that they gained great mobility while being stealth, and it would probably increase the overall mobility of Jewel Blades. And to mine, the effect of the Infiltrator trait of giving them 40% movement speed, they'd be stupid fast. Stupid fast during stealth. I just think that Jewel Blade should have gotten it. There's no reason not to give it to dual blade, especially since like I'm not sure actually. Like people probably that actually play dual blade felt that the stealth printing was too good, or maybe the people who are facing dual blade felt that it was too good. Regardless, we no longer have that change, so we don't have to worry about it. But just the increase of the stealth period by zero point 0.4 seconds should give you a little bit more leeway. I think using max range Great Thunderbolt and max range Bow Shuriken should not result in you requiring the sprint in order to hit your ambush or your kick. Now, moving on to the glaive, we have the overall damage of glaive when hitting multiple enemies. I think what they've done is done the same thing to Maul that they did a while back, is that they upped the minimum targets before reducing. So I think it's 3 for glaive now. So they can hit 3 targets for full damage before they take a nosedive in damage. And that's the only thing, and that feels like the only thing they've done. Now, the actual effect is quite muted. It's, to put it in perspective, it's roughly a 25% increase in damage for the first 3 target. But the carry on effect when you're hitting multiple targets should up it until it plateaus at the rough 8. I think it's 8. No, it will plateau at 7. But yeah. Um. So yeah, the overall potential is higher, by quite a bit when you hit up to 7 targets now. People will plateau at the 5 target mark. Of course, that is the norm. We have optimized the attack hitbox for the skill turn and attack, making it easier to land hits. Now, the other thing is that I think with the when Glaive is hitting multiple enemies, I think it has affected all of their skills, all of them, which which actually buffs Glaives heavily. But at the same time, I'm not sure because the multi-target hit is actually very difficult to test for and see the overall effect. We understood, I mean, like, I understood that when Mole got buffed for this, that it was going to go crazy, and it did. There was no reason not for it to go crazy. And Glaive might be in the same situation, but it has a much lower threshold for damage. So you'll should see an uptick in potency for their Flying Reaper that people should be using, and maybe the Shield Breaker or the Breaker of Shields. But definitely, the mounted skills are going to be a bit um, overtuned, or feel like they're a bit overtuned. So optimize the attack hitbox of the skill, turn and attack, making it easier to land. Yes, this is what we've been asking for, and I mean, I know that like I already said that, but I kind of glossed back into the previous one. Reduce the damage taken during turn and attack by 30%. Again, we're not sure if this affects the horse or not. I mean, I didn't get a chance to test it with someone else, but I don't think it does. So, which is really irritating. So, turn and attack, giving you a 30% damage reduction. Um, yeah, it's pretty much worthless since most of the damage that you should be caring about is your horse. So whoopsie daisy. For every enemy hit by turn and attack, the cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds up to a maximum of 20 seconds. Increase, I mean, like it has a base 35 seconds or something. So also increase damage of both turn and attack and the right click attack while mounted at high speeds. Reduce, and this high speed thing, I said it wrong the last time. They don't actually have bonuses when moving at high speed. Now they'll do, and it's like 70%. I think I can max out at 17%, 70% bonus for both turn and attack and right click, they both have the same scaling, so they both average out the same damage. But turn and attack is 2 attacks, while the right click is 1 attack. Reduce stamina consumption for the right click while mounted. It basically results in about 1 more attack. Um, it's easier to kind of spread out your attacks so that like you don't you don't end up running out of stamina a lot, but it mostly just allows you to do another attack, and that's it. Conviction of Enios Rune. When light armored and medium armored heroes trigger invincibility, control effects will not be removed. Excellent change. I think everyone asked for this, and finally they've done it. This should put the Enios Rune into the bin. No joke. This Enios Rune is probably not going to be even used anymore because one of the most powerful things about the invincibility is that 1 second of like the instant recovery. Lots of classes loved it because chokes skills and you get CC'd to death all the time. And this no longer allows you to escape. Instead, it just prevents you from dying for 1 second, which, again, absolutely worthless now. Because what's the point of 1 second worth of dying when you're still on the ground? So other bugs, fixes, and optimization. The Lion's Roar crew can perform cannon attacks after using the defense shooting skill during cannon construction. No need to recommand the unit to take over the cannon. I actually have run into this bug. So glad that they fixed it, and I didn't even have to report it. I guess other people who have been using it also felt like this needed to be reported, so that is great. Optimize the activation condition for Condottieri guards. Shock attack after the charge by reducing the number of units required to have exited the charging state for the activating the skill. Yes, 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 yes. I don't. This is really important because Condottieri guard wants to use the charge skills because it has the shock attack and it actually does do the empowered shield bash, I believe. The yeah, powerful shield bash. I forget what it's called. Yes, and unfortunately, they don't work like Serlegs, where you can force activate with the V skill. These guys, you actually have to hit the charge. So a lot of times, the best way to activate it is to short range the charge just before the intended target, so that even if you miss, it will force activate. But now, slamming into it, probably less targets will activate the shock attack quicker because the charge itself is worthless in terms of damage, but the shock attack following is way more powerful, and I mean way more powerful. Their charge attack probably around about 2,000 damage. Their shield bash, especially the empowered one, that shit is hitting for like 3, maybe upwards of 4. That's the empowered one. The rest of them about 2, maybe 2.5. So just about as powerful as regular attack. So you want that powerful shield bash followed by another powerful shield bash, and then you drop the unit in like a few seconds. It's all goddamn honestly terrifying how strong condottieri are after their mastery, but no one has seemed to have picked them up. Mostly because it is a melee unit, and because melee units really need both tankiness and damage. Condottieri are on borderline getting that damage through. Optimize the display of achievements: a haunting in Fjord and a nightmare in Fjord in multi-character scenarios. Huh, interesting. Fix the issue where the chain dart and scimitar skill Scorpion Snare did not affect dismounted warlords? I'm sorry, what? Did not affect dismounted warlords. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I've never actually seen this, but what I think is happening is that what probably happened is when the chain dart and scimitar uses their uh prey trapping, skill, otherwise their ultimate, to dismount a warlord, drawing themselves closer to it. The the warlord actually has a falling animation off the dismount. I mean, off the mount, causing probably causing probably causing a problem where the chain dart is too close and tries to grab or tries to scorpion snares the warlord as they're falling, but it doesn't connect. That's a really interesting issue that I actually haven't noticed, but probably have experienced multiple times. Fix the issue where yellow dots on the returning heroes interface could not be cleared. Interesting. So there's a few interesting balance changes, especially for the heroes. Crossbow units are going to be interesting for at least the next week as people test out this new doctrine. And we have the the Conqueror's Blade, Sabaton Collaboration, which is cool. I hope everyone enjoys the event, and I'm going to have to see if the balance is affected. So, I mean, if you like Glaive's definitely got buffed. Dual Blade, not so much, but it is still a buff. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. But other than that, my name's Azukai. Have a nice day. Bye for now.